This is a Star News Brief. I'm African Njogu. Deputy President William Ruto's push for multiple questions in the BBI referendum may suffer a staggering blow after two key House committees struck a deal to block his quest. The Justice and Legal Affairs Committee and the Constitution Implementation Oversight Committee, both controlled by pro-handshake forces, have agreed on a harmonized referendum law that will have a single closed question. The two House panels, crucial in the BBI process, have also inked a deal to sponsor further amendments to the Referendum Bill 2020 to scuttle the possibility of the plebiscite being held alongside a general election. Ruto is demanding for a multiple-choice referendum and that the plebiscite be held alongside the 2022 polls. But the Star has established that the committees chaired by Kangeme MP Muthure Kigano and his Ndaragwa counterpart Jeremiah Kioni have not provided room for the DP's push for options or alternatives. Get a copy of the Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. The anti-BBI forces, including civil society, face an uphill task to block the push to amend the constitution chaperoned by President Uhuru Kenyatta. The BBI signature collection train has left the station, and proponents say the collection will seal the push for a referendum. ODM leader Raila Odinga is at the center of the push to amend the constitution. For decades, however, Raila was the acknowledged opposition leader, providing what analysts call political cover for civil society to take on the government. The absence of political heavyweights in the anti-BBI force has denied the referendum opposition teams the necessary heft and charisma to bring the process to a screeching halt. In Siasa, the Star on Friday examines the civil society push and its level of success or not. When Ruto invited more than 150 of his political allies, he was probably not prepared for the pressure that he would face. During the 5-hour meeting where almost all the MPs, governors and other politicians spoke, Ruto was under pressure to declare that they were in the no camp. But Ruto, in an attempt to convince his allies, told them that there was more to lose if they jumped into the BBI opposition ship at the moment. He also told them that getting into a political contest at the moment would give their political rivals a chance to play catch-up using public resources. The DP put up a strong case for a call for more dialogue as a way to put pressure on the pro-BBI team, hence the statement issued on Wednesday. Private universities will lose thousands of government-sponsored students they enroll every year if a proposal by the Treasury is adopted. The Treasury has asked Parliament to revert the decision to send students to private universities unless it is on courses that are not available in public institutions. The system was introduced in 2016 and has so far seen private universities accommodate 61,237 students. In some private universities, 50% of the student population is currently government-sponsored. If adopted, the institutions will lose crucial revenue streams that they have enjoyed for the last 4 years. The program was introduced after the government revised its policy to sponsor all students with university entry grades of C+ and above. The county government of Nairobi is staring at a total paralysis following Governor Mike Sonko's refusal to authorize the withdrawal of cash from the county's account. The Controller of Budget last month stopped the vote on account after the County Assembly passed the Nairobi County Assembly Appropriation Bill 2020. Both the Executive and Assembly have been surviving on a vote of count since June, which amounts to 8.5 billion shillings, thus 25% of the annual budget. The governor's spokesman Ben Mulwa confirmed that the county is technically grounded as there is no cash flow until Sonko signs warrants, a document authorizing the withdrawal of funds from the County Revenue Fund. County Assembly Speaker Benson Mutura also noted that the Assembly is running without funds, including salaries. The ODM candidate for the December 15th Msambweni by-election, Omar Boga, is ahead of his competitors in the race for the parliamentary seat. A poll by Tifa shows Boga is enjoying a 54% lead, with his closest rival Faisal Bader only managing 29% support. The poll released on Thursday showed that 54% of the constituents preferred Boga to become their next MP following the death of Suleiman Dori in March. Faisal is running as an independent after Jubilee Party declined to sponsor a candidate for the election in favor of ODM. Deputy President William Ruto and his allies are backing Bader. At least 320 respondents were interviewed face-to-face in the poll conducted between November 29th and December 1st with a margin of error of 5.47%. Get a copy of the Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. You can also get more on the Star website.